Hello everyone. So here is part two of uh, obviously of part one, which I just started earlier, but my phone was dying, so I will continue what I started, which was a recap of the tarot cards, which have been with me through this year. We're now September 8th, and it was important for me to do a recap. So I wanted to talk about this spread, which I found on Joanne's channel, which is called Sacred Space Japan. She had this spread called The Three Gifts of the Magi. And so this spread was going like this. So my guiding light for this year, the Two of Cups, and it has been really, really true like that. For me, this year, all my grounding was coming from my relationship with my husband. The relationship has grew fast forward, I would say, because of events and choices which we had to face. After that, the second card was qualities that I must develop. Oops, sorry. I'm hitting the tripod all the time. The Ace of Cups. And this for me, when I did the spread in December, and I think it's what happened is really to learn to pour out my emotion and to not keep everything inside myself. To learn to do that was really a challenge for me, and I've been pushed to do it this year. And so I always think of this card every time I have to express my truth and express my emotions and cry and scream and not keep everything inside. I have always been the quiet type and the one who does not show feelings, and so the Ace of Cup as qualities that I must develop showed up in this spread, and I think it was very accurate. Then the tools that would be with me for this year. I saw this card. I was like, shit, how can I interpret that? Which tools? I mean, this is clearly conflict of belief, of ideals. And I think that's what happened is that I had to learn to deal and to find my way within family conflicts and conflicts which were really strong inside myself. So this year has really been about that, about finding my way through all this mess of conflicting ideals with members of my family and conflicting ideas inside myself, inside my own self, inside my own head, and trying to bring all these people going in the same direction, which I think I'm on my way to do now with the end of the year, which approach. And then the obstacles. This is clearly me this year. Trying to ride my bike in the mud under a very dark sky. You can barely see the sun. This is, I very often feel like this, or felt like this year. Like if I was, how could I say, like if I was not in charge, and any energy or effort I would put in getting out of the mess I'm in, the result were very small or none, So I had to learn to keep balance in that mud, in that mess, with very less light and facing shadow stuff. So this definitely was obstacles for this year. And then the gift from the universe, the Knight of Pentacles, which also showed up in my yearly reading. The Knight of Pentacles, I think he's coming for me in November. And it's very interesting because we made the decision this year, I think 2 months ago, me and my husband to leave Quebec, where we live right now, to move back to the south of France, where we lived in the past. My husband is European, and with my health condition, the winter in Quebec are so difficult. I barely went out last winter because there's so much snow and freezing temperatures all the time. It is beautiful, but you need to be healthy to appreciate it, and I could not see myself spending another winter like that. So we made the decision to move back to Europe. So we're about to do that mid-October. And this card was the gift from the universe, and I really see it as, okay, we're moving forward slowly but steady, one thing at a time. And I can very well hear the Knight of Pentacles. I'm with you. Okay, let's handle things one at a time. And I know that this guy is gonna lead me where I want to go, slow but steady. So this guy has been with me as my gift for this year. Being patient, being dedicated, disciplined, perseverant. So this was definitely a good card. After that, cards which were significant for me this year, there's the Magician, which I picked up, I think, at the end of December. I was doing a reading of one card per day for 1 week, and I wanted these cards to be of significance for the year to come. And this card was so strong. It really told me, look, if you want something to happen, you need to make it happen. Meaning, use your power. Don't be lazy. Use the tools you have and make it happen. And it's really this card also that, along with the Four of Swords, that brought me to do meditation and visualization on a daily basis, to use my mental potential to create what I want. I know he was basically also telling me, remembering me, that in the past I used these tools. I used my mind to create things when I was younger, in my 20s, and I had very strong experience. Something which cannot be classified as synchronicities, but more miracles. So he came back in my life at the end of December, a bit to remember me, look, over the last 15 years, you've not very much used your power. You just let yourself drift here and there. And so what do you want? Be clear about it, and then use your power. Use all the tools you have, all your energy, be focused and be disciplined and go for it. So this card was very strong for me this year. After that, so we made the decision to move back to the south of France, and my card for August was the Moon, and the Moon showed up a couple of times this year. But for August, it was very strong. When I see the Moon card arriving in as a card of the month, I don't. Yeah, to be honest, I don't like it so much, because the Moon, it's for me, it's stirring up all shadow stuff, all unconscious stuff, all pain which is hidden inside of me in boxes which I've closed, locked, and don't want to open anymore. And so this was my card for August, and it was like August was difficult with the decision made to move. So many things were stirred up, so many family issues, and so many issues which were unresolved since childhood. So yeah, the Moon card was very strong for me this year. I'm happy that August is over and that I can get a break from it. But I mean, there was a lot of healing done during that month. When you see the moon card, yeah, for me it means it will be difficult, but a lot of stirring up of old stuff which you could not see with your eyes, but which were there. But it's also bringing a lot of healing at the end. So we have to be courageous. And lately, the last cards that I drew, I think in the last month or 2 months, were again the Wheel of Fortune. So change is coming, I know it. We're gonna move to the south of France, where I will be hopefully in the sunlight more often and be able to be out in winter and have access to better health care. And it's a difficult move, but so I picked up the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool. I'm starting something new. It's a fresh start. Yeah, being the Fool is not easy either. We have ideals and there's some kind of innocence. We're jumping in the empty space, and we don't know. We know what we would like to happen, but we have no idea how much control we will have over events. And so, yeah, we close our eyes and we jump. And that's where I am right now. This month, I would say I'm pretty much into moving somewhere else in the world and jumping, closing my eyes and hoping for the best. So that was it for my cards for this year. Otherwise, I've been working lately a lot with the spiritkeeperstarot from Bene Belven. And I ordered that deck because I saw Joanne on Sacred Space Japan talking about it, and it was an impulsive buy. But and I was not so attracted to the visual, but now I'm hooked to this deck. There's really some strong energy in it, very positive. There is something, I think it's because of the black and white look, and it's very dark. Yeah, there's something dark about this deck, but I really much feel the presence of angels around it, and this is so soft and comfortable. So I started to study the deck in depth. I did the 22 weeks with the Spirit Keeper Tarot, which I printed out. Sorry if my tripod is shaking. I hope you're not getting sick. And I got also the Book of Maps, which I'm working through right now to study the deck. So this will stay with me, I think, for a couple of months. I really like this experience of studying a deck in depth and not just ordering deck on Amazon and every month having a new deck. So yeah, I also bought 2 decks, which I did not work a lot with it. I think this one, The Voice of Tree, which I really like. It's very soft, very grounding. There's really not a lot of cards in. So yeah, I have this deck which I want to work more with this year. And the other deck, Keeper of Words, it's Arthurian Tarot. I don't know who's the illustrator. It's a bit, the cardstock is a bit cheap and I don't like the borders. But I like the artwork. But I did not work with it. I'm really sensible to, sorry again for the moving of the tripod, to cardstock. So this is very, very thin and I'm not sure. So these are 2 decks that I got this year, which I will explore in the next months, although I'm about to move, like I said, and I think I will dedicate the next month to the Spirit Keepers Tarot when I have time and energy. So that's about it for now. I'm really happy that I was able to do a small update. Um, I will I will try to keep you posted, and thanks again for watching, and hopefully I see you soon. Bye bye.